It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I am here today with somebody who I personally really like. Adrian Marcel is in the building.
What's happening?
What's happening? Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, baby.
We were talking about the last time you were in New York, and then I was talking about the last time, which was a while ago, that I was in the Bay. And we did Lip Service Live, and I was saying we had Cookie Money, we had Filthy Rich, we of course had my guy, Mr. Fab, and it was a definite cultural difference.
You was having the Pimp Chronicles series, huh? Okay, yeah.
But I did go to the store because, you know, I wear my Yee hoodie all the time because my last name is Yee.
There you go. And you was in the land of it. Yee.
I was hyphy for a moment.
You feel me? And he was a hyphy. Okay.
But yes, we had a good time. But, you know, this album is R&B.
R&B season.
R&B season. So what is exactly R&B? It's a little different than R&B.
It's a little different from R&B. You know what I mean? I feel like everywhere around the world, you know, there's a way they R&B. You know what I'm saying? If you even here, New York has a way that they R&B. You know what I'm saying? Chicago has a way of R&B. LA, Atlanta, you know what I mean? And me and Sonny B, you know, my partner in crime with this, you know, we sat back and wanted to figure out what is the way to Bay does R&B. You know what I'm saying? And you just said it earlier. You know what I'm saying? You look, y'all talk different.
Yes,
y'all move different. You feel me? Especially how y'all take on women and everything. The whole get down. So you know, it's a blend of hyphy. It's a blend of traditional R&B. You know what I'm saying? But it's the lyrics. Raw. It's raw. The lingo.
Like
you know
AOB,
what I'm saying?
Maybe. You
feel me? AOB. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just our culture.
What does AOB stand for?
If I'm gonna be, you know, more simple about it, you know, all on the baddie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all on the bitch. You feel me?
See, that's what I was just saying.
I'm trying to be polite because she just said she don't want to hear too many bitches. So but you know, it's all on the bitch. Though.
I was
you
saying
feel me?
when I was in the Bay and they were like bitch, and I'm like, okay, guys, enough with the. You know,
I don't want to be one of these bitches now. Please.
But then I also feel like you do have to understand, like, culturally what people, how they speak and the lingo and what it's like when you go to different areas.
You got to understand, like, the women in the Bay, man, they not like everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You'll have the prettiest women, and they will, you know what I'm saying, go stupid on you. You know what I'm saying? Go get just as hyphy. You know what I'm saying? So, again, like, the way we love is different. You know, if you're not from there, if you don't understand the culture, and you walk up on, you know what I mean, two people having a conversation, you know, you might think this nigga's being disrespectful. You might, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the way we love. You feel me?
Loving.
We was just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We got a song where, you feel me, we mentioned, you know, bitches by the pound. You know what I'm saying? You know, but at the same time, in the same breath, it's like you talking to the person you love. Like, look, I done been around town, fucking around. I done had bitches by the pound, but they still not adding up to you.
Right.
And to somebody in the
like,
Bay, they gonna be like, okay, keep going, keep going.
That is so sweet.
That's so sweet. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Tell me more. You feel me? So it's just our culture. It's the way that we love. It's the way that we speak and talk, and we're putting our culture into the music. You know, I feel like, you know, R&B needs it's free for you to keep refreshing it and giving your own perspectives of it. You know what I'm saying? So for us, we felt like we've been missing more of that male representation for R&B in the Bay.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got the women who holding it down. You got the Kaylanis, the Hers, the Keisha Coles, the Jane Hancocks, man. You know, I mean, there's so many out there doing it. And for us, it's like, man, we want to bring more light to the male R&B that comes from the Bay Area, and we want to stamp it. You know, it started with the Jay Valentines. You know what I'm saying? You had
I saw you pulled up on them on their show,
man,
too.
Come on, that's my boy, man. That's Big Bruh. You feel me? Him and Tank. And it's really dope to get the stamp from him because he's kind of the first person to use the term, you know, and show respect that at the same time, like me and SB. You know, we're looking at it like it's time to take it further, though. We've had moments where you've heard R&B. You've heard, you know, I just want to fuck you right here. You feel me? You've heard, I can't stand you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You've heard these R&B moments. You feel me? But now it's like, nah, we taking it to the next level. We got 250 plus.
Yeah. And
we saying, here go the first 6 for you to get accustomed to it.
So you said you're doing 3 EPs, right?
We're going to do 3 EPs. That come into an album. You know, just so that, you know, how people digest music is a lot different now. You know, it can come and go very fast. But at the same time, you can get left behind if you're moving too slow. So it's just that medium of just saying, hey, we have all these records. We're not finna sit on them, you know what I mean? Because we don't have to.
Right.
But at the same time, we want to make sure You get it in pieces.
You got to
so
feed
you can
people.
Digest it.
Feed the
Keep
people.
coming back. I don't want to give you everything because you're gonna be full. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just
I don't want you to starve, but I want you to be like, I love it here.
Hello. Come on.
Well, let's flash back now since we're since we're doing all this. Let's flash back to when we first met, because that was when you first signed your deal.
Republic, yeah.
Yeah, at Republic. And I'll never forget, because it was such an amazing performance and experience. It was a rooftop party.
Yeah.
And I actually hosted, that event. And they were like, we have this new artist and we want you to come and, whatever. And I was like, he's amazing.
Oh, man, I appreciate that.
You
always show love, too, yeah.
So it's interesting when I see articles that'll be like rising R&B star. And I'm like, he's been out.
No, let him say that. It's all good.
So I want to know what that's like for you, because that's been like, over 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it like a blessing, man. It's dope that you can still be here after 10 years and for them to still look at you like fresh, rising. You know what I mean? That's dope, because some people they could be saying washed up. They could be saying oh, you feel me, outdated, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But irrelevant, exactly.
Those are the worst words.
Who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's dope because, coming from the labels, I got to learn a lot. I got to see how the business goes. I got to see how they work, the good and the bad and the ugly. Right. A lot of people don't leave that situation and get the opportunity to rebuild themselves, you know what I mean, and come back better. When I met Sonny B in 2020, it was me coming off of the COVID thing, you know what I'm saying, really taking a step back. Before that, trying to figure out who I wanted to be as an artist independently, how to go about that, the struggles of learning that, you know what I'm saying? But it was like taking that step back and saying, all right, hold on, I need to completely recalibrate, completely revamp, you know what I'm saying, what it is I'm looking to do. And we had that conversation, like it can't be about Adrian Marcel trying to come back. It had to be more about like putting the bay on. It had to be about what was the foundation, why, you feel me? And that's where the R&B came into play. It's like we want to create something for the soil, you know what I mean? So if it was just about Adrian Marcel coming back, then we'd be focused on just making one record and trying to blow it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For us, it became about, no, we need a new catalog. We need to create a new universe that is Adrian Marcel, that is R&B, that is the Bay Area sound. You feel me? So it's dope that I had that ability. I had the people that were placed in front of me to help me build that. My team is incredible.
I saw y'all be celebrating every win, which
win.
That's always my thing too. You see something happen, I'd be like,
come
on,
yeah. Come on. It's like
celebrate.
Hey, but you learn in this business, in the industry, you get taught to like not celebrate small wins, because you know what I'm saying. It's like, at least for me, little things was like, man, we ain't did none of that. No, you can't celebrate that. That's nothing. You feel me? But it's like, nah, it's something. A lot of people don't get to accomplish it in this business. It takes a lot to seep through the concrete. You know what I mean? So for us to be able to have little wins, man, oh, Billboard talking about me again. You know what I'm saying? Or, we on the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like we Angela Yee is chopping it up with, man, that's big wins for somebody who is independent, who's already had a shot and is able to come back and say, okay, I can look brand new though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because honestly, like, you've always had solid projects. It's a sound that I like.
Yeah.
And initially you had the stamp from Raphael Sadiq too, who I always have been a big fan of, as well. So, but that's a lot, because I think early on too, you really burst it out.
Man,
and sometimes that's hard.
That's scary. That's scary. You have to really keep that up. You know what I mean? Like, people don't realize, like, I've always respected artists like you think about Mary J. Blige, like somebody like her. She didn't just come out the gate and just kill. You know what I'm saying? It's like every project, every album got better and better and better, and you got to grow with her. You know what I'm saying? To where she's this legend. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even the Tony's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Every time they dropped, it got better and better. And so for me, it's like, to come out, you have these big stamps, you own one of the biggest labels that it is to be on, and it just pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wale, The Dream.
It's like it's just going. You feel me? And again, that could really fuck up an artist's mental. You know what I'm saying? To go from that to now people ain't answering the phone. Now they not fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it really took a lot of me being like, man, I got to get back to my confidence, get back to the whole reason I even got there in the first place.
Yeah, so why do you think that because it felt like you had such great momentum. Yeah. Right? And so what do you think happened? I saw you put out a tweet the other day. You said, don't be the wall that blocks your blessing. And sometimes when you look back at a time like that and you reflect, do you feel like circumstances, do you feel like it was you? Maybe do you think it was a label? Like, what do you think happened?
I mean, I'm always take accountability in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? I don't run from accountability. So, you know, I'm sure that there were parts in it that played. Maybe it was that not speaking up enough. Maybe it was speaking up too much. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in those situations, man, you know, you have this label who's bringing in all these producers. They're bringing in all these writers, you know. You have to understand at that moment, if you're not writing the songs, then you subjective to the game. You subjective to them saying, oh, well, we don't want to buy this record. You know what I'm saying? Because they charging X, Y, and Z for that. I don't want to pay for that. So we're going to keep looking. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else get it, and it's a hit.
And you're like, damn, I told you.
That's the one. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So it's moments like that. I feel like my team at that time we were still brand new. We still trying to figure things out. We're still trying to not be the hard to work with artists, you know, team. So it's like some things, you know, they pushing at us. We really don't want to do that, but if I don't, you know, you worried about getting shelved. You know what I mean? It's all of these different things that you have to think about. And there was a lot of momentum. You feel me? 2 a.m. got to like number 4 on the charts. You know what I'm saying? And then to sit back and be like,
that's a song today that
it's still going.
Feels very relevant.
It still do about like 600,000-700,000 every 7 days. You feel me? So it's like, okay, you have this record, like, we should be thinking about the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get that one out. At that time, though, you know, just being real, like, the game switched. In the industry, if you're on these labels, you're always going to be subjective to the loop. It's like every now and then they want the real, and then every now and then they want the money. You know what I'm saying? So Gaultier drops somebody that I used to know. Lord drops Royals. It's like, oh, let's fire the whole urban department.
Wow, and
let's drop all the urban artists and let's focus on this. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to respect the fact that, man, they didn't shelve me. They actually let me go.
Right.
That's rare.
How is that mentally, though, too? Because sometimes saying that you got dropped is not a good feeling. It's like having to let people know I got laid off from my job. But it happens.
But it's
and
real.
Sometimes it's a blessing. But in the time that it's happening, it's also like now you reading like, you know, Billboard. Like,
No, I had people around me that was definitely like, you know, you need to keep that Republic stamp up there on your Instagram. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't even get in the building no more. You feel me? So like, what is we rocking them for? You know? I guess I've never been ashamed of what I'm going through in life. You know what I'm saying? You got to accept it. Right. You got to sit in your shit.
But sometimes when it's happening, it's not easy.
No, it is hard. But I feel like because what I was going through, like at that time, we were on our 3rd record that was being turned down.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and some of those records, they were actually bringing in. It was like, okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's record it. Boom, knock it out. And then next thing you know, it's like, we don't feel like paying for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
So it's like, damn, okay, so this the 3rd record we on. I get the call that they finally gonna let us pick the record. We had a record. It's like, all right, cool. I feel like this could be something. All I knew is we was finna drop it. Next thing I know, I get the call like, hey, we just gonna be real. We really just don't know how to market you.
Damn.
Like, you feel me? But we know that you're talented. We know that you make good music. We know that you have a lot of potential. So we just gonna let you go and let you do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's happened to some of the best artists.
And that's all that I thought of in that moment.
You think about Alicia Keys, you know,
Jay-Z. You think about all these people that were turned down, that was turned away,
that were on a label that didn't know how to market them, and then they went somewhere else and blew up.
Everything happens for a reason, and everything don't happen for a reason. So it's all about how you want to look at it. Everything for me, I'm gonna always find a silver lining. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, y'all letting me go? So that means I get to finally do what I really want to do. And I'm not afraid of hard work. So if that means, I mean, we were already doing it. Everything that the label had me doing, it was because we put it together. We shot our own videos. we were putting the teams together to bring the music there to them. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, allowing them to say, look what we did.
Right.
You feel me? It's
they get
like,
the credit when
hey,
something works out.
Take it, whatever.
And it's hard, too, sometimes because you're doing all this work behind the scenes. Yeah. And, you know, obviously, sometimes when you reach out to people and it's, you know, through a label, if they reach out, it's a budget involved. It's a budget. And they're going to ask for more. But if you're independent, people work with you because they already will like you, feel like you're talented. Right. And people do things that they want to do sometimes. It's not always about money. Right. But when the label calls,
oh, it's money.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. Mm-hmm. You got a label behind it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need my quote. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want my quote for it. You feel me? And, again, it's understandable. You go through it. I told myself before I signed my deal, I said, if I wanted to be a lawyer, if I wanted to be a doctor, anything of some real substance, the minimum amount of years I would have to spend in college was 6.
Okay.
You feel me? So this is a 5-year contract.
Right.
If it all goes to shit,
it's school.
The only thing I can walk away from this is that I have a PhD in how they act and how this shit go. You feel me? And that's
tell them bitches.
Come on, run it. Here, run it. You feel me? Go ahead. So you feel me? So after I walked away, man, me and Sonny B just talked about this last night. It was probably the best thing that could have happened to me.
Right.
It was almost like God was showing me, here, this is what can happen. This is how quickly I can do it.
Until your contract ran out.
Come on, this is how quickly I can do it. I had anxiety certain days thinking of what was gonna happen, and now I'm literally going through life, Angela, free, feeling good as shit, man. Like everything we do is what we want to do. We don't trip on forcing nothing. We don't trip on what doesn't go through or nothing like that because it's going to happen. You feel me? I told people a long time ago, like 3 years ago, I said, look, we not living on hope no more. You feel me? When you on the label, you living on hope. You like, I hope they pick this record.
Right.
I hope they put this out. I hope this goes where. No, we ain't living on hope no more. We make it happen.
And you know, it is a lot easier, I think, now, because before you kind of had to have a label. How am I going to get distribution? Yeah. How am I going to have marketing? How do I get to these DJs, these radio stations? Yeah. How do I get booked for shows? But now the playing field has been leveled with the access.
Everybody is doing side hustles. Mm-hmm. If you got a contact to somebody that's at the label, they going through it.
Right.
So they like, look, I could put you in. You feel me? So if it's really all about who you connect with, you know what I'm saying? Like what resources can you put together and how willing are you to put the work in to get it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how badly do you want it? Like we up 12-hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? Making the music. We on every Monday, Wednesday, team meetings for 3-4 hours, figuring out who needs to do what, how we gonna get this done, what haven't we done, taking accountability. You feel me? It's like there's all of these different steps that it takes. And with that, as you start moving forward, man, the universe is gonna start putting these things in your way. Like, oh, y'all doing it without this? Okay, here come this person like, hey, I just got laid off. I'm ready to work. Or, hey, you know what I'm saying? I see you doing this. What's up? Da-da-da-da-da. Things start happening, man. But it's like you got to have an unwavering faith to do this.
Well, aside from that, while this was all happening in your personal life, let's talk about that because when did you get married?
I got married 2017.
Okay, so 2017. So how long were you guys together before that?
15 years.
Woo. Yeah. So at least this whole time you had somebody in your corner.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
Luckily they stayed in my corner, man.
Right, and we hear that on the album.
Luckily they stayed in my corner. I done put them through the shit.
So the song "Loving Me" kind of might be about that a little bit. That's on the EP.
Yep. I mean, everything me and Sonny B write is coming from real places. You know what I'm saying? And that's whether it's for the single, whether it's for the married. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, it has to be real, and that's what R&B is. Right. R&B is not materialistic. It's not the rollie on my wrist, the whip I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? It's what you going through. It's what real people are going through in real time.
And you know, sometimes people want artists to feel like, okay, they want you to be single. Like they want that appearance of, okay, he's attainable, he's single, he's this, he's that. Was that ever an issue
Always.
for you? Okay.
Always. And it wasn't necessarily me, it's what I was being taught. You know what I mean? Like at that time in the industry, you know, the biggest thing was like, oh, you have a girlfriend? Oh, okay, cool. You know who we could set him up with?
You're like, hello.
I just told you what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me and my wife has this joke when Jasmine Sullivan's record. She has a record on one of her albums, man, where she's literally talking about he just signed his deal, moved to Atlanta, and all of a sudden now the label say he want to be single. She like, that was me. You feel me?
Because you did move to Atlanta.
I moved to Atlanta. Next thing you know, the label's like, no, we can't showcase her. You feel me? And you know, it was what was being taught to me. It was, you know, and unfortunately, I was low key going with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, that's why I say, luckily, you know, she stuck around and we fought for it, because it's like at the end of the day, you do all of that and the label still drop you.
Right.
And then you sitting back, all those women that they want you to chase and that's supposed to be there, and and even, you know, some of the fans, you know what I'm saying, that's rocking with you because of how you look and that they want you to be this single thing. You ain't hot no more. Right. Your record's not playing no more. Okay, now they looking at, you know, this person, that person, you know what I'm saying, the next up. So for me, it's like, shit, I gotta hold on to something real. You know what I mean? I'm able to make this music like this because of the stability that I have outside of this business. Right,
that's an important thing, and I'm sure that was tough for her too.
Oh man,
because you probably was giving her hell also. Aside from that,
and that's an understatement. You feel me? Like, I so much respect for her, man, because you know, again, like I've told her many times, man, we're together and we're in this place that we're at now because you held on, you were strong. Like, and
the song, you even said you were wondering if she still loves you,
and that was a big thing too, because it's like, you go through all this shit, you put them through the wire, you know what I'm saying? And now you're at this place where you're like, okay, I'm ready to love you and really be loved and make this real. And you question, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta go through the revenge phase, like, you know what I'm saying?
And you have to be like, I deserve that.
or not accept it and walk away, you feel me? And it's like, man, we have our kids. You know what I'm saying? I got my son, my 2 daughters. You feel me? It's like having my girls is like, I got to showcase something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have something to really stand on for them.
And your son is the oldest, so he probably...
No, my son is the youngest.
Oh, he's the youngest?
He's the youngest. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like I got him because I actually started doing right. You feel me?
Gonna give you some girls
like, you feel me?
Together.
So
when
it's
you
like,
see with all these
I
daughters,
knew, listen, I knew I was having a boy because I was like, I've been on point, nigga. I've been on point. Nah, I know this a boy, you feel me? But real life, like,
so your daughters changed you.
No, for sure. And then it was perfect timing because having my son, like, it's a whole new idea I have for him as a man raising a son. You feel me? It's like, nah, man, I want him to see the right father too. I want him to see a man that loves on his mama.
Because you had that growing up.
Exactly. So I want him to see that. I want him to see a strong bond. I want him to learn respect and how he should respect his mother, love his mother, so that when he gets older, he can love on a woman. You feel me? It's not about having a million women and everything. It's cool. You know, you going to have it. You know, women going to like you. That's cool. I want you to be cool. You know what I'm saying? But I also want you to focus too. I want you to put something on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always going to be there. You know what I mean? For my daughters, the same thing. Man, we going to be here. You know what I'm saying? So let's focus. And if I can't preach that to you, if I'm out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to, I wanted my wife to respect my time and what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Before, it's like, all right, I got to go to the studio. I got to do this. It's a problem because I know that's not all you doing. You're telling me you got to go to this business meeting, but the business meeting is with 3-4 hoes here too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you're right. I can't argue with that. But now it's like, man, we focus though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you're right.
You know, and I'm not, and listen, I'm not no nerd. I'm not no nerd ass nigga either though. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying we're not around women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, women have to be around because I make music for women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all about, look,
it's respect.
I don't gotta sit here and do all of this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna like you regardless. And if you look at today, man, don't give a shit whether you married or whether you know what I'm saying?
Right. Marriage is so different.
They shooting shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, man, I want to put some respect out there, and I want what I do to be respected. You know what I'm saying?
Was there a time that she left you and then you had to get her back?
Yeah. Yeah, we separated for a little bit. It was around the 2 a.m. time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you was really feeling yourself. You was really okay.
But you know, it's tough too. It's tough because you know my team, the women on my team, really get on me. They clown me because it's like we talk about it, but I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I was out doing X, Y, and Z, and you know, she was tripping and everything, but she was pregnant though. You know what I'm saying? But like, you feel me?
It's 2 a.m.
Come on, man. You know, I was, you know, I wasn't being the smartest person. You know.
But you were young too.
Young. It was new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're learning it. We're learning
yeah.
it. She moved out to Atlanta with me. So we're learning this at the same time. You feel me? Like we're trying to get accustomed to this at the same time. So with that happening, I'm not necessarily getting the support that I feel I need. Mm-hmm. That don't make it right for me to go do nothing crazy or nothing like that.
Right.
But we're just not on the same page. You know what I mean? The connection is missing, is lacking. You know what I'm saying? And with that, you know, I always talk about it like, you know, she used to want to take pictures a lot. You know what I mean? And hold hands and be affectionate and all
do
that.
Like relationship.
And, yeah, do relationship shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, just hold on. You know, just hold on. You know, be standoffish with it. You know, to where it got to a point where when I was ready for it, coming back to it, it's like, damn, you don't take pictures. You know, you don't. I'm trying to be affectionate with you.
No.
And she told me that. She was like, man, this what you taught me.
This is
how you taught me how to be.
Set us up. Now I'm hardcore.
Yeah, now and literally that. Now you're a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? So it took time to break that wall back down. You know what I mean? And it took a certain level of focus. And I feel like had 2 a.m. hit #1, had the next record dropped and blew up, had that whole thing kept going, I would not have my family. I'd be one of you might hear my kids, see my kids on Instagram talking about a deadbeat or something. I don't know. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I might not have the respect that I do from my family.
Wow, so everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
I mean, look, and with that, think about, you know, the Bobby DeBarge story.
Come on.
You play James DeBarge.
I play James DeBarge. I'm playing a role in this movie that is about, you know, the industry and what it can do to you and where it can take you. You know what I mean? When
think about the DeBarge
that.
family, so talented.
Come on.
All of them. Their best of album to this day, like, insane to have a family so talented, but the business
happens and it warps your mind.
How was it for you preparing for that role? Because that was your first acting role.
That was my first acting role, like on
a nice
screen,
one
on screen. Yeah, man, it was dope because you know I was the only person in the cast that was a singer, and the only person in the cast that didn't have a singing role. So I was actually juiced about that. Like I was like, cool. Can't nobody say it's because I sing good or nothing like that. This is really off the chops. You feel me? And it was dope, man. I got to get real close with my pops on it because you know he was an actor, and he worked with me on it. That was my coach to get prepared for it. You know, they sent me the script, and I sat with him for like a couple hours on it. You know, I'm focused on, I'm looking at the script, I'm focused on crying, I'm focused on how do I Will Smith this thing, you know what I'm saying? and I'm in the mirror trying to get these tears out, and finally they start dropping. I'm up there, I'm like, look, I'm crying. How
did you make yourself cry? What did you have to do?
For me, it was at the time forcing it. It was just trying to like sit there for 10 minutes and turn red. You know what I'm saying? But how he put it to me was like, to put myself in this character's shoes. And that doesn't mean I went through what this character went through, but I do understand the root feeling of what they are feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I have older brothers. When you have older brothers, you have those moments where you look up to them, but they not really tripping on you. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting pushed to the side, or you getting bullied on, or you know what I'm saying? It's like, how does that make you feel?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself in that position. Have you ever felt hurt? Have you ever felt hurt by somebody that you looked up to? You know what I'm saying? So I had to really like start to put myself in it and empathize with that. You know what I'm saying? And once you start doing it, it's like, okay, Now read these. Now just read the words and feel them, and let the words take you where you're supposed to go. Let the script take you.
Did you know the DeBarge story before that?
I knew a little bit.
A little bit.
But I didn't know it to the degree of what I learned as I was going through this script. I'm like, oh shit, this is even deeper than just drugs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is like some real family dysfunction shit, like on another level.
I met Al DeBarge once too. I interviewed him once. Yeah, he's such a talented, like, you know, it's just crazy.
And you can, but I mean, it's crazy, like, and this is no disrespect at all, but it's just like, you know, you can see people's trauma. You can see people's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things that have just got to them. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess for me as an artist, when you talk about marriage, when you talk about like any of that shit, like, I just don't want to be that artist that you look at like, damn, look at what you was and what you are now. Like, I don't never want to look defeated. I don't never want to look, you know what I'm saying, weak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
like,
if you feel that.
Even if I feel that.
You don't want it to show.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to show. I'm not one of them people that's driven by drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen what they do to people. I've seen champions to me, you know what I'm saying, be just destroyed, diminished to nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I'm too vain for that personally. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, I really care about the way that I'm looked at. You know, not in the sense of like, you know, caring what people think about, you know, the little shit, but just the respect factor. You know what I'm saying?
How was it getting back? Because like even on this album, you started off with E40.
Yeah.
Obviously a legend.
Come on. We
you know,
needed that stamp.
And you said before, you know, people weren't answering the phone. So when did things start to turn? And do you hold a grudge? Because who was it? Was it
about this? That's funny.
Was it McConan that posted like people that wasn't responding to his DMs? I think it was him. And he was like posting those DMs like they didn't respond to me then, you know?
Damn. Nah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really fuck with that. Like, you know what I mean? I look at it like, you know, that's part of the game. That's part of the valley that you got to go through.
Like, that's not my friend necessally. It's just business.
It's just
how
shit go.
Waste their time with something that's not
it's
popping
just
right
how
now.
shit go, man. You know what I mean? And if you're willing to put the work in and get to that space where they have to answer the phone, or matter of fact, they have to call you now. Like, do you become them? You know what I'm saying? Do you become the people that
bring it up?
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
I
like,
called you and
that's weak. That's weak as fuck to me. Like, I'm not finna be like, oh, now you see me. Now you see me. That lets you know I ain't really winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting lucky or some shit. Like, you know, it's like, look, we know what it is. You know you didn't answer the phone. I know you didn't answer the phone. And you know didn't answer the phone. It's good.
Yeah.
We here. What you need? Let's run this play. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good feeling when those tables turn.
Come on. The price is up though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No
like,
favors.
ain't no love. Ain't no for the strength. Like, no, the price is up. You feel me? But it's just, I definitely went through that phase of people not answering the phone, people not tapping in. You know what I mean? It went from perfect attendance to zero. You know what I'm saying?
But were there people who still stayed down that was like, is there anybody in this business you could feel like, you know, another that's a friend that really
I honestly do believe yes. I
Okay.
do believe yes. And I can't say that. I can't name just off the back. Like, I'm sure if there was certain people I called, they would have answered. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shit on nobody like that. Like, you know, the people that might have been
I'm talking about positively, people who did.
No, yeah. But I'm saying I don't want to shit on them by not
okay.
saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I can't say that I just called everybody. You know what I'm saying? There were people that I did call that didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. When it came to me and Sonny B working, I remember meeting him, and he's coming into this like looking at the things I've done, and you know he's seen from me and all that, and he like, man, you know, okay, cool, we could do this, we could tap in with 40, we could tap in with T-Pain, we could tap in with this. I'm like, yep. Yep, we could, okay, because I'm not gonna tell this nigga I don't know if I can do that, but shit, let's try, let's do it, you know. But as we worked and as we started to build, as I worked on my writing, as I worked on that creative process, me and him, it was just like that confidence started to come back. And once I knew we had something, then it was like, okay, now we start to map this out. How do we attack this? Who do we really need? You know what I'm saying? And with something like R&B, you need 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the Bay Area stamp right there. That's the ism himself. You feel me? So it's like you talking about Bip City. Like we known, the Bay Area is known for bipping. Bip, hello. You know what I'm saying? Known to a few. You feel me? But it's like to sit there and say that, it's like, man, I gotta have a stamp on it. You feel me? So 40 answered the phone.
That's
you feel
dope.
me? 40 answered that DM. You feel me? Like, and
that's
we had
amazing. I love.
We had everybody in the circle hitting him, and it was like, yes, that probably helped, but to just be like, hey man, let me hit him.
Yeah, bring some of that Moscato over here. Let's get.
Hey man, and he did.
He
brought all the bottles to the video shoot. You know what I'm saying? He called, he FaceTimed, he heard the record. Shout out to Hit a Slim. You feel me? Cause he made sure he heard the record, and he wasn't gonna do it at first, cause he like, Bip City, I can't get on that. Like I can't get on something about bipping. He like, nah, you gotta listen to how they using it. You know. It's
so
like,
explain what bipping is.
So bipping is a quick snatch and go. You know what I'm saying? You got your window. You know, people see your windows. They quick look in there. You got something in there. All right, boom. Pop the window. Grab some shit and get up out of there. And 9 times out of 10, it's with no witnesses around. Okay. It's not a lot of people that can say they have witnessed a bip. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not something that
it sounded
you
fun
usually.
On here. I didn't know. Okay.
You might be a little ratchet.
I didn't know. I didn't,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
Know
you might be a little hood.
This is fun.
So y'all watch out for Angie when she comes to the Bay.
Don't bip me.
Don't bip my shit. But you know what I'm saying? And we all done went through it. Like we all done had our shit bit before, you know? But for us, like when I look at 40, man, 40 is the king of taking something and flipping the meaning. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got Gouda and broccoli and cabbage. That mean, you know what I'm saying? That mean money. So for us, we like, man, you know, nah, we ain't bipping no cars. I'm an El DeBarge looking nigga. Like I ain't bipping nobody car, but you know what I'm saying? You might have to worry about your chick. We from you know, you in Oakland, you in the Bay, you in Vallejo, you in San Francisco. You know
He's
what I'm
like,
saying?
okay, I get it now.
You know what I mean? So he like, when I said it to him, he got juice and it got me juice because he's like, oh, I'm about to use that. I'm about to use that. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
wait, put it on this
I'm
first.
like, put it on this. So he everybody told me he was gonna take 4 months to record the record. He took 45 minutes.
That's amazing.
He hit me. We did a quick FaceTime. He said, I got you. I'm going to do this record. He said, give me a little time, though. Hung up the phone. 45 minutes, I got the record back.
That's amazing.
It took me about 15 listens to really get all the ism he put on there. Like, she gonna choose him like a criminal lineup. You know what I'm saying? Kayaking through traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what you have to do to kayak, and you're kayaking through. That's some bass shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he really went in. You know what I'm saying? He really put the culture in it. Like it was like, you get it. So when that happened, that was enough for me to say, okay, we can get anybody we want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about the work we put in. Then you get Jane Hancock on there. That's somebody
and
I
she's
grew
on
up
Death
with.
Row.
Come on, Death Row Records. You feel me?
Can you imagine being able to say, like, yeah, the artist I work with, she's on Death Row? That
Come
sounds
on,
so
that's
crazy.
Every time I say it to people, they look at it like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like Death Row doing R&B? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then you got come on, like DJ Drama, man. You know what I'm saying? For him to hop on, man, it's like all the work that we put in,
right.
All these records that we just believed in and that we just stayed down, you know what I'm saying? Just stayed focused, put our heads down and just worked. And then you look up and you like, damn, look where we at.
How hard was it to choose these 6 songs? And I do love the song So Good with Jane.
Come
That's
on,
a nice
come on.
But how hard was it for you to choose, like, what was going to make it?
You know, it was really just about like understanding how we made the music. To go from song 1 to song 200, that's a lot of evolution. That's a lot of growth. You know, anything you do consistently like that, you're going to get better at, you know. And for us, we went through this growth under the surface. We went through all of this growth behind closed doors, you know. So it's like we can't just jump and give y'all, you know what I'm saying, these new records, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want y'all to grow with us too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Pulling Up with DJ Drama was actually the first record me and Sonny wrote together. You know what I'm saying? Like Loving Me was like the 3rd or 4th record. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like these are still some of the earlier records. These are records from 2020. You know what I'm saying? So now to bring them here, it's like we want y'all to get these and keep growing with it. The next one, it's gonna keep feeling like, damn, it's getting better. Damn, this keeps getting better. Like, damn, I'm gonna let y'all catch up with us. and then we're gonna take it from there and keep going. You know what I'm
saying?
Because
it has been 5 years since the last project.
Yeah, and it needed to be though.
Okay.
It needed to be 5 years. You know, because it was, like I said, you talking about reinventing yourself. You talk about, like, you know, me and SB had to have a conversation. He had to tell me, he like, bruh, we talk for hours, and I hear these records that you do, and I love them. You know, these are good records, but the person I'm hearing on these records is like a nice nerd version of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't talk like this, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the full scope of you. And it's time your audience gets the real you. You know what I'm saying? Again, you come from a label where you are trying to just be as good as you can, as presentable as you can. You know what I'm saying?
As
so
non-problematic.
As non-problematic. So you sacrifice some of your true self for that. I'm blessed enough that I could really come back and it's not no question. It's like, nah, this is actually who I really am.
Yeah, a little edge, you know.
I do say bitch. You know what I'm saying? I do say bitch. You feel me? I apologize. You feel me? Like, let me let you know right now. My wife knows who I am. You feel me? you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just is what it is. And it's like, but going through this process now, writing records like I talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Writing records and making records that are a real representation of me is completely different because there's no questions for you. It's all right there. Listen to the music.
And now you're fully accountable. So as an independent artist with your own label, it's also a lot more work.
Come on.
You know, so talk to me about, is this where you want to stay, or do you feel like I could see myself doing another situation? And you can kind of dictate it, because I do feel like there's so many different ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can collaborate now.
Yeah, I mean, we're open. We just know what we won't do, what we won't accept. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll never put myself in that position again. You know what I'm saying? I'll never put myself at the mercy of anyone again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surrounded by people that truly believe in my vision, that truly believe in me, my talent. They're fans first and family now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't come on to another team or a company that ain't gonna be exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? There's no amount of money that can move my team, you know what I'm saying, away from our vision as a whole.
Were you financially good throughout this whole time?
No. Fuck no.
Is that fast?
No. I mean, but, you know, I was smart, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, even during the time of creating all this music, this R&B sound, like, I always looked at it like I was moving simultaneously through my two lives of music and personal. Like, I bought some property, you know what I'm saying? Like, I bought a super fixer-upper.
Amazing.
And tore it down to the ground, put everything I had into that land, and you know, that's like starting from ground up. And every day from 8 to 6, I'm working on this property with the contractors, and then I'm going home, taking a shower, meeting up with Sonny B at the studio from 6 to 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? To make these records. You know, so this was happening every day for a year, almost a year and a half.
That's exhausting.
Yeah. So, but while I'm putting the foundation, we're creating a foundation. While I'm framing the house, we're framing these records.
And also being a father and a husband.
All at
in
the
the
same
midst
time.
Of all that.
All at the same. I'm living with my parents. Like, let's keep it a buck. You feel me? Like, while I'm building this house, it ain't like I got enough money to go buy this house and
have a place.
Pay rent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. So I'm living with mom and pops with 2 kids and a wife in a room. You feel me?
Oh, yeah. She ride or die.
She ride or die. Fuck you mean?
Ooh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, to do that.
I'm going to get her up here.
Come
so
on. Come on, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's my dog, though. That's my dog, though, for real. Like, a lot of people don't like who they with. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why they be trying to get away.
You love somebody, but you may not like them.
They don't be liking who they with, bro.
Yeah.
I tell them quick, hey, bro, I'm to the hut. I'm to the crib. You feel me? It's good. I'm trying to go lay up for a minute, you know? But it's, again, like, going through those struggles, you got to think about it as a man, not even just an artist, like the mental state that you're in, trying to hold that respect, trying to hold, you know what I'm saying, uphold your value to your family, and it looked like this. on the surface. You feel me?
But I think when you know you have this happening and the purpose of why we're here for now, because it's a sacrifice.
That's it.
But you know what you're sacrificing for.
That's it. And that's my biggest thing. Like, I love my wife. I love my kids. But at the same time, I am still an individual. I'm a human. I'm my own human being. And I have to make these decisions for me. I'm sure a lot of people around me wanted me to say, listen, it's time to put it down. You still going to the studio. We not seeing nothing coming from that.
Right.
There's no money coming from being in the studio 12 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But I know what's up. And I got enough faith in what I'm doing and belief in myself for everybody here.
And patience, because that definitely takes some patience.
So everybody sit down, chill out, post up like a thumbtack. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? And now you look at our house. We have a beautiful home. My kids don't have to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying we just super off, but we good though.
We good, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the kids will still have fun no matter what.
Period.
They don't, like, if you think about sometimes what our circumstances were like growing up, you don't realize that you're like, we were living with our grandparents in a room.
And think about that.
Having fun.
Think about that. How many people don't get the chance to have their real grandparents? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I lived with my grandparents growing up too.
Come on. I did too. Like, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother and grandfather. So it's like, for my son to be as close as he is with my father now, like, they inseparable. My father calls me every day, hey, who getting that boy? You want me to get him? Yeah, here, it's you. Please, go ahead, go get him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, I want to go to Papa house. So, but it's good. I love that though. I love that my daughter is close with her nana. I love that they are all close with my mom, and they need that, because those are the people that raised me.
It was hard for your wife when 2 a.m. came out, like you said. How was it with the rest of your family? Like your parents, were you acting different?
I wasn't around.
Okay, you just weren't
around.
Yeah,
my mom was so worried. You know, she's constantly calling, like, you don't call, you don't check in, you don't, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. Like, I tell her I'm going somewhere. She's damn near crying about it, because it's like, I'm scared. I don't know. I don't know if you're safe. I don't know if you're this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know.
So thank God the label dropped the ball, because we don't know where.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And again, like you said, like you asked earlier, like, you know, our whole thing is like, we love our independency. We love where we're at. We love what we're able to do right now. If a label came our way, and I know they see it. You know what I'm saying? I know they see what's going on. I know this R&B thing is spreading like legs on prom night. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I see.
He's from the Bay.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? They getting hip like a femur right now and caught up like an affair to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, with that, when they call, it's like, look, just call. Just understand what it takes, man. Right. We not signing to nobody. We'll partner. There's enough deals that have been made now in this industry that can fit to everybody's shoe size. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to rock with us, you want to fuck with us, man, really fuck with us though. Like, don't try to come in here and start putting paint where you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've already started putting paint where it ain't. So we don't need all of that. We don't need you to come in and get creative if it ain't getting creative on how to get what we're being creative with out there. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the vibe you're going to get from the project, okay? R&B season. This is his voice.
Hello.
And you get to hear it. Well, Adrian, I appreciate you so much for everything that you do.
Yeah.
You know, you came out to Angela Yee Day and represented for me. I really, people were so excited to see you. So, and they would tell like, damn, how you get Adrian Marcel? I was like, listen, I don't know how it happened.
She got the plug. What you mean?
I appreciate you, and congratulations for this and for being in the space that you're in right now.
Yeah.
I think that's so important for everybody to see, you know, what you've managed to accomplish. It's not a small thing.
Come on.
All right. Well,
thank you for having me, man. Appreciate everybody listening. Go get that R&B season right now. Not NASCAR fast.
Go bip
NASA. It. Yeah. Go bip your nearest DSP. You feel me? And stream that. You feel me? Hello.